Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mario Kart 101. This is Kevin Newhouse once again.
And hi, this is Nathan Kaiser again.
And here we got a little bit of racing for you on SNES Mario Circuit 3. We decided to go with a little bit shorter course today. We actually have 2 courses for you total, so special treat for you.
Exactly, and I think this one should be a pretty good race. I'm excited.
Yeah, we actually had a lot of good races today, but you'll see Nathan and I come off the lines pretty tight here. I'm trying to figure out where to use these mushrooms. Usually what I try to do is use them as a shortcut, not really so much as just like as on a straightaway, but
yeah, you saw what you did there. You kind of cut across the gravel, which slows you down usually, but if you're using the mushroom, you'll go much faster through it.
Yeah, and the place that I did it at, it actually could have been a little better. I lost control, but there's actually a shortcut somewhere on this map. I always forget where.
You see what we did there? You kind of just cut in front of me. You had the green shell behind me, and that really tripped me up. But really the best part about Mario Kart is trying to take the best lines possible, and that's really the fun of it when you're neck and neck with your opponent.
And you'll see the blue shell just got me there and allowed Nathan a chance to catch up a little bit. But we'll see if I can make a little comeback on this turn, and I do actually.
But not.
And then take a red shell right there. Like you can see we're just going back and forth. Would you say this is how our races usually are, Nathan?
Usually, yeah. I mean, it's always the best when it's like this. When one person is so far ahead, it's not as fun, but when both people are right next to each other, then you really get the fun of the game.
Exactly, and you can see that I've caught up just a little bit here. I'm trying to draft off him. And that's actually a really good use of the mushroom there. You can see I cut through and just slide it ahead of him.
Exactly, you missed like a full turn, so red shell. Oh, but you blocked me with the item behind you.
Just barely. I didn't even realize the red shell was coming when I did that, I'll be honest.
I'm pretty sure you got that one locked up at this point.
Yeah, and here I'm coming into the final turn. Just get this last boost while I'm getting inked, of course. Seems like that always happens.
But yeah, so that was the first good race. I think we'll be starting the next one pretty soon.
Yeah. It was actually kind of funny. When we record this, we always do a bunch of races, and usually, we'll pick out the ones that are the most interesting. And it just so happened that we had maybe 4 or 5 races before this that went kind of average, and then we got 2 races here in a row. They were technically different rounds, you'll see, which is why we're setting up again. But we had 2 races in a row that were really good.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was really pleased about that. And, we'll just watch us go through some of the Wii menus here again.
We gotten pretty good at setting up the games very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. And I think here we were just kind of thinking, what haven't we done yet? What can we show you guys? And Sherbet Land was the first one that came up. So we'll go ahead and start our second race.
And this is a typical N64 course, which is a crowd favorite, I would assume.
Absolutely. A lot of the people that play, they played on the older games growing up, and this is just kind of a good nostalgia for them.
Exactly. You tell them, oh yeah, I play Mario Kart, and they're like, oh, N64? But no, sadly we play the Wii, but...
And this one was kind of interesting just because Nathan and I spent a lot of time not in front.
Yeah, we actually call when it's a group of computer players that you're in the pack. So they race very sporadically, so if you're in the pack, you're gonna get messed up.
Exactly, and you'll see like we both take a POW here pretty badly. I get smashed by someone who has the big mushroom. And it's just kind of the whole time we're just kind of trying to chip away and get back into the race here.
So we have the Spring Classic coming up then, Kevin, right?
That we do. So the Spring Classic is actually part of our Mario Kart League that we're in, the Chicago D League.
Exactly. So I think there's around 5 leagues across the state or the country, and every spring we get together, and this will actually be me and Kevin's first Spring Classic. But we get together, we rent out a house, and we pretty much play Mario Kart for a full weekend, and it's a really good time.
And it's kind of fun because we do special like challenges and stuff to try and trip each other up and make things more interesting. And some of the things that we'll do is we'll actually see who can chug a beer while playing. The rule is, though, that you can't actually use the Wiimote and, make your character go while you're drinking. So you have to try and chug it as fast as you can and then try and get back into the race. And I don't know, that kind of always makes things a little more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's something different, something we usually never do, so It makes the race, like you said, very different and adds some extra competition, another layer of competition to the game.
Yeah, it really, especially when you're all so good at a certain point, adding another element into there can really, just shake things up a little
Exactly.
bit.
I mean, it would almost be interesting if we did drink like every game, but that would just be crazy. Yeah, I don't think we would be able to survive that.
Our health would probably also suffer
Detrimental
a lot.
to our health, but luckily we never do that. So it just plain vanilla Mario Kart is the way to go.
That really is. And you'll see Nathan is really catching up to me now and takes a nice little hop over the ice there.
Yeah, ooh.
And here he does skate ahead of me.
I think I was frantically clicking the item button trying to get it, and I used it when I didn't want to, but it was still a good use.
Yeah, it still worked out for you. He's got the box. I'm trying not to follow him too closely so I can avoid it. Yet, I still got all these bananas. I'm kind of just biding my time as to when I throw them at him. And I'm hoping, too, if I use it at the right time, I can grab another item before we finish up and see what I get.
I would say the most skillful play in the game would be throwing a banana at someone and hitting them like it right there. Very skillful. But I'm still in the lead, so really a red shell would be the only thing that would secure a victory.
And so here I just kind of time that out so there's no way he can catch up. And take my victory lap into the water.
An icy cold bath, as you would say.
Exactly. It's kind of one of the fun things we do on this track is just kind of mess around. We finish into the water. So
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on out. And yeah, this has been a pretty fun series, wouldn't you say, Nathan?
Yeah, exactly. I had a great time playing some fun Mario Kart, and it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks again, guys.